Hello everyone, welcome to Java Spring Boot workflow for ChatGPT. In this module, we will go through how a backend or DevOps engineer can use ChatGPT inside normal Java Spring workflow without losing control of the code base. And this section will not uh, teach us like something like let AI build the app. Okay, here we will use AI as a smart pair programmer. So in this section, we will cover some REST controller, DTO, validation, JP entities, relationships, integration test, refactoring, naming, code documentation, and README. Okay. Rule for the whole section will be ChatGPT is a generator and reviewer. You are architect, developer, and gatekeeper. Okay. Suppose there is a task teach student to prime ChatGPT with their project so their later prompt work better. Demo flow will be open an existing minimal Spring Boot project, show pom.xml or build.gradle main class one existing controller. Okay, so first we create a project. Okay, I already have some projects, but I create one project so I can give you some good idea how I can use ChatGPT to solve certain to speed up my development and DevOps process. Okay, so here I go to Spring Initializer. Okay, here what I need. Java, Maven 4.00, com dot Takwala book SVC. Book SVC would be a short name. Okay, and demo project for book service. Okay, I think it is enough. Java 21 dependencies I will use web database. I'll use Postgres, but Postgres could drive it there. Lombok, I will use Lombok. I think it is enough. So we will show only basic examples, so we don't need too many things. Yeah, maybe we need it. Okay, so I generate it. Okay, so now I got it. I go to the Spring Boot folder. And I name it as book service ChatGPT. Book service ChatGPT. So I remember. Mhm. I copy same name here. Now I open a project, this IDE. So here I have demo application. Okay, so it is very fresh project. Hmm. Now I can start working with it. Okay, so yeah, open a Spring Boot project pom.xml main class and one controller class. Okay, so I have to add one controller class. I'll copy something from another class so I could save my time. I don't need it. Book. But anyway, if I'm using this project, I may need open a API to understand APIs better or explain APIs better, I would say. Okay. Now we have a very basic prototype of our Spring Boot application. Okay. Now we have a prompt and okay, I have to type this prompt ChatGPT. Okay, so what before I type it, I just explain you. Okay, from now on, in this chat, you are helping me with Java 21 Spring Boot 3 project. We use Maven, Spring Web, Spring Data JPA, Hibernate Validator, Lombok, PostgreSQL. Our package name is com dot voila. Book bookstore. I would say it's a good name. Bookstore is a good name, so I change my. Mm, Okay, so I copy this prompt, enter here, and from now on in this chat, you are helping with Java, Spring Boot. Use Maven, and when you generate code, use Java 21 feature, which are helpful, but keep it readable. Include necessary imports. Follow clean naming, layered architecture, controller, service, GTO. Here's the current code base. Sample class, you understand the style. I put controller class. Okay, so here I put controller class. Confirm you understand and ask me any clarifying questions before generating any code. Just thinking. Okay, so this is what I will be using. Hmm. First is controller. Do you prefer returning? So here I got some questions. So I have to answer these questions. So ChatGPT can answer me, prepare me a better answer. Okay. So do you prefer returning response entity generic type explicitly everywhere or just returning DTO? No, I prefer this response. I prefer. No, no, no. I prefer this response. Okay, entity and DTO structure. Okay, so it is asking me entity structure, entity structure. So entity and structure will be. hmm, I think it is available in the second slide, but I'll see it. Yeah, Persa- persistence ID, or should we use UUID as primary key or long? I would say it is just an example. Long is enough for us. Okay, validation that we can ignore for now. Long for are we using this thing? Validation ignore for the time being. And Lombok constructor style. Yes, Lombok would certainly help us to reduce line of code, so we can yes. Yes. Instead of comma, I'm putting plus sign because that's what is mentioned. Okay. So here we got a book entity. Okay. ETO, book response. Oh, repository, book not found exception, service implementation, controller. Mhm. Now I copy paste and adjust my code accordingly. Okay. First I put, I just because it's not too much, so okay, I have to see. I have to add this dependency also. Maven dependency, Maven central. Uh, Jakarta persistence. Mm, okay, now this problem is solved. But okay, now I copy create book request. Create book request. Okay, update book request. Copy, update book. Okay, book response. Let me copy it. Now I think so. Book response. Repository. With book repository. Yeah. Repository. Book repository. Okay, Spring Data, I did not add a dependency for Spring Data. Okay, so Spring Data GPA. What version of? Yeah, we are using 4. So that I forgot, I think. Okay. Okay. So book repository task is done. Now I have to copy it for book exception, book not found exception. In case any exception happens, suppose book is not found, then this exception will be thrown. So book not found exception. Okay, so suppose we have duplicate ISBN exception. That is bit optional, but let's make it duplicate ISBN. So ISBN is basically a number. ISBN duplicate ISBN. Okay, now I have to copy this service class. Service implementation. This is service book. Mhm. Okay, so just let's go through each method. So this create a book. Okay, if ISBN exists already, then duplicate ISBN exception will be thrown. Otherwise, book object will be created using builder pattern, and then book object will be saved into the book repository, and that save is mapped to the response. So let's go to the map response method. So it will provide the response. Okay. So this class is basically called from the controller. Okay, and if I want to find a book, get book by ID, book repository dot find by ID, book not found exception. If I want to find all books, then this for book repository dot find all dot stream, then it will map. This is the stream method. Okay, this is a part of Java 8. So map response will be invoked, and then that response will be sent back to the controller most likely in the form of a list in the form of book response. So if I want to update a book, first I want to see whether book found boot exists, then book will be updated. And if book doesn't exist, then book not found exception will be thrown. In case book ISBN is not equal to request ISBN, then duplicate ISBN exception. Let's see, let's think a little bit. Book here is a problem. Okay, it is not duplicate ISBN. If I'm updating a book and that ISBN is not available, then it must be ISBN not found exception. It must this is the error. This is a wrong code. ChatGPT. So we have to be careful also. That's why it is not AI driven code. We are a gatekeepers. Then where is the class? Okay, first I create a folder, a package I would say, package exception. Okay, book not found, duplicate ISBN though. Both must be pasted here. This is more likely a part of Spring Boot, so it is ISBN not found. Probably if I do refactoring, I would use not found exception, not like this, but for the time being, let's accept this situation. ISBN is more likely be okay, so if we throw exception, then yeah, it will not come back. Okay. So in case I want to delete a book, so first I find book by ID. If I do not find a book, I'll get exception. Otherwise, book will be deleted from the repository. Okay. So this is a service. Service pass is done. Okay. Now I have to do. I have to update the book controller part. Okay. So I remove all this unwanted stuff. I have to recheck everything. Okay. I create a package PTOs. I create uh, another folder, another package SVC. It specifies service. Okay. So if I try to run this application, I'll certainly get an error because I added Postgres and it did not do any configuration in application.properties. Okay. But for the time being, it has solved many of our problems. Hmm. Okay. So this is the end of slide 1 from module 3. So always give if I for from this module perspective, always provide Java Spring version, tech stack, package naming, project structure. This reduces random code that doesn't fit your project. And always remember that today what bug we found. Okay, here it was showing a duplicate ISBN. It cannot be duplicate ISBN. So these kind of errors can also happen when you work with ChatGPT. So do not rely ChatGPT completely. Thank you very much for watching this slide and let's move to the next slide.